Hey,
All right, cool.
yeah,
Now we're live.
looks good on my
All
screen.
right, so here, Yuliang, I can do like a little introduction like last time.
Okay,
This
go
is
ahead.
our final workshop for the independent research project with Yuliang, Logan, Damish. We're all going to be talking about our direct projects. We're just going to go through individually, and I can start. I took posted yours yesterday, and I had a chance to kind of go through what you have. Yuliang and Josh, I looked at yours as well, but since you posted it just like a few hours ago this morning, my time, I didn't really have a chance to look at it, but I can just look at it right now and give you guys some critique um, on like document design and whatnot. But I'll start with Dominique.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so you have a really good page, man. It looks solid. I really like the background. I think it really speaks to the sports ethos, since you're talking about sports marketing.
Yeah.
And it's really like clean and simple, with the left hand navigation with just content. Um, yeah, I mean, I read through it, not word for word. I just kind of scanned. I thought the video was really relevant in itself to what you're
Which video are you talking about?
just the video right in the middle. The physical meets digital.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't get a chance to watch the entire thing, but based on what I saw in the first minute or so, it looks like that is really relevant. It's talking about brand loyalty and seduction versus retention. I think that's solid. Then you have the source right underneath it. So yeah, I mean, I honestly don't have like a whole lot of critique to give you,
Yeah.
just because you're like really solid. So I think one thing you might consider is moving the definitions of adhortatio, menargia, excitatio, and pathopia up just a little bit, because like you talk about that right in the beginning in the argument, and like immediately I'm like, oh, what do those mean? So maybe if you just, that would be like one small suggestion I could give for moving some of the text up. But just moving down, like scrolling through it, it's like I said, it's done really well. It looks really organized. So I don't really know what else I would say other than maybe just edit it again, go through. And there's a couple times where I noticed, like, I couldn't give a specific example, but sometimes it seemed like there was a little extra info. I mean, it doesn't feel too long, it doesn't feel too short, but it's always good to edit things one final time before you post them. So
Yeah,
other than
there's
that,
a couple
like
typos
I
in
think it's
there.
solid. Yeah, just like stuff like that that
Thank you.
anyone would do before they post. So, yeah, that's what I have for you. Yuliang, I'm just going to move on to you now. Like I said, I didn't really get a chance to look at yours for very long because it was posted kind of late, based on my time
Uh,
zone. So
or maybe I could just continue with continue, and we could have some time to read on it.
yeah, I mean, yeah, you can. That's fine. If you guys have already looked at mine, I can just kind of look at it while you're going. I don't have to go through everybody right at the beginning. I thought that might be an easy way to do it so we don't get confused as to like who's gone and who hasn't gone.
Oh yeah,
Um, why don't I just do this? I'll just look at yours because yours isn't like, it doesn't look like it's too
mm-hmm.
complicated anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I can give some advice.
Uh,
I would say first thing, like right off the bat with like document design, the image is really out of focus. So I would maybe
mm-hmm.
the image with the pigs in the background. I think like
Mm-hmm.
it's an interesting idea to have like a background photo like that, but the image quality is really poor. So maybe
Yeah.
resize the photo or pick a different photo so it doesn't look blurry. Um, and then I would say move your sources to the bottom. It's kind of odd that the first thing you is I would maybe
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
put like some sort of a short executive summary or introduction. Um, but just glancing at your actual text, it looks like you did a good job spacing things out, but maybe add a little bit more. It looks a little short just compared to Dominique's. Like he has his pretty well done. So I would say maybe take a look at his for some ideas. But that would be all the advice I could give. Just looking at it
Mhm.
right now. Someone else.
Should we go through?
It looks pretty.
What was that?
No, go ahead. I didn't. I was just gonna.
I was wondering if we should go through each person and kind of like talk about who your target audience was and like what was the purpose of either like the blog or the website, because there was a little confusion when I was reading some of them. So I think it'd be good just like talk about like what your argument was and who you're conveying your argument to.
Yeah.
Certainly. Yeah, and I mean, like, I'm not trying to. I definitely don't want it to be like I'm the only one talking. I'm just going through like everyone's and giving my critique. Like, you can definitely critique everybody's when you go through. Or if you want to have like a collaborative, we can do it that way too. This is just the way that I've done like the last few. But I'm definitely fine if we all want to just individually critique everybody's, if that's how you guys want to do it. Should we do it that way?
Yeah, I kind of want to get like an overview of what everybody was like thinking when they were going in, like building their blog or website. Just it helps me like understand what they were trying to do a little better.
Yeah. Josh, you want to go? You go ahead. I don't want to cut you off.
If you want to do it that way, I could start with my project to kind of give you guys an idea, since mine was posted a little later.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that works.
All right. Well, so I don't know if you guys noticed yet, but mine is a blog on my website. I just did it through Weebly, but if you guys pull it up, if you want, if you haven't seen it yet, it's basically just have a blog tab, and so mine's on like small restaurant business and craft brewing business, and basically I want to someday be an owner of a small restaurant business. So my target audience is actually like a loan or a banker, like a loan provider. But for my blog, my audience is people who also want to open a business, a small restaurant business and craft brewing business. So I tailored that to them, so that I basically outlined how, like, why small restaurant businesses fail, how to plan for a small restaurant business, how to set one up so that if I want a bank loan for my own restaurant business, then I could show them my website and my blog, and they could see that I know what I'm talking about how to like open up a restaurant and all that. So then they would be willing to give me a loan.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Build some credibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like you did like a video blog.
No. It's if you see on the top where it says blog, the link.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's your video.
The video is
introduction.
just
Sorry,
a
I wasn't-
YouTube link that I included in the first one. There should be 4 posts.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Josh,
Yeah.
I do have several advice for you. First of all, the button on your homepage, like University of Colorado Boulder, it doesn't work. After I click it, nothing happens.
Well,
Is it-
are you talking about on the
That's cool.
homepage?
Yeah, is there supposed to be a link something?
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be it's supposed to be a YouTube video, but just go to the blog for now, because that's this project. The other part was just for the other the last project. So maybe we should just finish
Yeah,
it.
he just linked his blog to his personal website. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did as well.
yeah, Logan did that
Yeah,
also.
But I think you should probably rearrange the layout of the pages. Like, since the blog is the thing you want to show people, you should probably move the blogs to the first one, at least next to the home, not like the last page on your website. Do you know what I'm meaning?
Yeah, I mean, you could probably post like a link on your landing page on your homepage. I have a similar layout on my navigation to where the blog is further down. I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that, but maybe just like on the homepage, like have a link to the blog.
Link to my blog on my website.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you have a you have a tab for it on your navigation, which, you know, if I was looking for your blog, I would know where to go. But
just like
yeah,
good
maybe
idea.
just something that like, yeah, I mean, I don't know, just a small suggestion, just something that like shows that it's recent, you know, like this is something I just recently did, like click on it. But I don't think there's anything wrong with your navigation. I mean, I see like where Yuliang's coming from, because like I wasn't paying attention and thought that your introduction video was your actual project, but I didn't look at the title. So yeah, I don't know, it's probably not that big of a deal, but that's what I would say.
One of the only critiques I had, I thought your blog looks really good. Like looks like really professional. Your whole website looks really professional. I didn't study like 'cause I did the website. I didn't really look into the blog series until I researched it for this. But I found like a couple interesting facts where it was like, you want your blogs to be easily scannable. I think there's a lot of information in your blogs. So possibly you can try to split it more, so it's not like very like overwhelming for somebody to read it.
Yeah.
And then the only other really thing is that there was this thing about using cliffhangers to keep your audience wanting to come back, and like your blogs were very like informational and persuasive, but I didn't really get the sense that like it made me want to read more. I thought like I kind of got the impression that like that was it. So maybe use a technique to keep the reader to come back. I don't really know what that technique would be.
Yeah.
But, like add something at the end to like keep them interested.
Yeah.
Talking about at the end of the blog post, just the cliffhanger would be to add like something that would have them waiting for my new blog post, so then they would come back and read the next one rather than just read the first one and think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you do a good job on your last one where you say just to learn more. I don't know if you did it on the first two, maybe that's a suggestion, but I definitely think it's like it looks very clean and good, and I'm sure the writing and the text is all on point. But there's like one thing that Professor Singer provided in the blogs, that a really good blog is it's scannable, which I think is what Dominic was saying. I think if you have bullet points or like numbers, I'm not saying you have to do it that way, but for someone to just quickly scan and get a gist and get an idea of what like the key points of each post are, I think that would be helpful. I mean, I think you do a good job of like bolding some of the text and making some of the key points larger than the other ones. But like if I was just gonna, for example, your first one, there's really, I mean, there's some bullet points, but if you were to just maybe make a section of it really concise, of like these are the key points and this is, I don't know, somehow make it more scannable. That would be
on the Weebly, I was just trying to figure out how to do all the text and editing on there, because it's like it's not a Word document, so I was just playing around with it, but I know what you mean. I definitely need to make some things larger with like separate some stuff, because I do know what you're talking about. When you look at it, it looks kind of overwhelming to start reading.
Or maybe you could just add a short paragraph to like something like an abstract to shortly introduce what you are trying to express. Maybe it's an idea. You could have a try.
Yeah, actually, that's something that I was. Yeah, you guys could have like a little abstract at the beginning. Like I think yours, Josh, like it starts off talking about the business plan, which is like a great introduction, because you know you're explaining kind of what the whole series is about, but maybe just like a little introduction of like what the series is about. I actually need that on mine as well.
Okay, yeah, good idea. Maybe I could pull some stuff from my my About Me page and change it around and put that on my one of the first posts.
Maybe
myself and like what the blog is going to be about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all for me. I don't have any more advice for you.
Yeah, that was basically it for me. Like, I thought
you could also add some.
Go ahead, Logan.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say add some hyperlinks. That's one way to like link to other sources instead of just like listing them at the end. I mean, it's just a small suggestion. I did that a couple times in mine, but yeah, that's all I had on yours. I think it looks good.
Cool.
Is there any room for blog posts like to enter like media at all? Like you can like do a blog post where you link a video or
Yeah,
just get
actually,
different types of
some pictures.
media in there.
Yeah.
I think that would be helpful to add. I mean, sometimes text can get boring and like a change of pace, like switch to like a YouTube video or use graphs or graphics to convey your argument.
Yeah.
Infographic maybe with picture.
I know Logan did that on one of his blogs. He had a couple of pictures in some of them. I think.
Yeah, an infographic in one of them. Yeah, I think that's a good suggestion. I mean, honestly, like other than that, I think it's solid, dude. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Other than maybe like the first one, making it more scannable, more concise, and then adding some media and some hyperlinks. I think it's like it looks good.
Cool.
So yeah, I guess I can. We haven't really talked about Yuling's a whole lot. I'll jump back over to his and see if I can give any more advice. And we can all jump into it. It doesn't have to just be me. But yeah, Yuling, I mean, like the first thing, like I said, just like with your whole website, you got to fix that image because the image quality is really bad. But move your sources to the bottom of the blog. So is the
sorry, it's kind of lagged. The back signal. I can hear you.
page is that
What? Sorry? What?
Yeah, it's hard to hear that.
your
Can you hear Logan? Hey, can you guys hear Logan?
Dom, can you hear that well?
Yeah, Logan's cutting out really bad.
Right.
I can hear you guys.
No, now it seems better.
All right. Here, I'll say a couple things about yours. So I don't know what you guys think, but
Continue. Go ahead.
the line where it says, "What do we need to feed the market in the future?" I was thinking about making it more of an argument and saying something like, "We need to service and provide growth to the pig farmers." Like, make it more of an argument, like a statement, rather than a question. I don't know what you guys thought about that.
I think that's a good suggestion. I think that shows that you like really know what you're talking about, and you can make like a firm suggestion, not just like pondering a question.
It just made it more confusing when I was trying to find the actual argument you were making. Instead of just making it informative.
Yeah, just basically I was just trying to persuade meat factories just to provide service to the customers. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yulia, yours is supposed to be a blog series, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a suggestion. Like for possibly your next blog, you can kind of answer the question you did in your first. You ended it with "We should start to improve our own techniques." Like maybe your next blog is those like suggestions on techniques to solve the argument.
Also, something I noticed in the post, it said, "As I understand," before one of your sentences. I think you should take out "as I understand," because if you take it out, it sounds a lot stronger than saying something like, I think it's right. Just make a statement that, because I mean we know that that's what you think. So I think if you take out "as I understand" before that sentence, it might sound stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like you have a lot of like passive writing as opposed to active writing, which I think is what Josh is saying. Like you're kind of just like suggesting and implying. You just need to like at some level, even if you don't necessarily feel like an expert. I mean, I know that's like what we're trying to convey. You have to just like act and write like you're an expert. So I think just phrase like "as I understand" or posing a question, just change them to like an affirmative type of rhetoric, I guess. Would be one way to say it. So yeah, and then obviously like it's a blog series, so you need to get more than one blog. That's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
But yeah, and other than that, like it's pretty solid. I think it's a good start.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So what did you guys have for? We've talked about everybody else. I don't, Dominic, if you had something to say, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you.
Just about Yulings. I agree with you guys. It was only one blog. What was I gonna say after that? Yeah, just like lead it into another one. Just make sure you like solve a problem instead of just being an informative blog. You want to persuade the audience.
Oh yeah, I think it's a pretty nice advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Shall we go to Logan's?
Yeah, I'm down with that. If you guys want to talk about him.
Yeah. I can talk about Logan's. Just off the bat, just the IRP project link. I would ship that into your blog section. So I actually thought it was like a website, kind of like what I did at first.
Me too. Yeah.
But and then I had trouble finding the other blogs. I didn't realize there was links like the next and previous at the bottom. Yeah, I'll try to find it, get it in your blog section, so it doesn't really seem like a school class project, because it's like actually what it's like supposed to be like a real life document. Yeah. So I was just trying to get into your blog section and then.
No, that's a really good suggestion. I completely agree. I think that's a good suggestion, and I actually put that on the navigation just to make it easy for you guys to find it. Like I just been doing this like outside of a project, I definitely would have put it in my blog. So that'll be like the first thing I can change once it's done. Is just get rid of the IRP project nav tab and then put it in blog. It'll be pretty easy to do that. But
and also on your blog page, there is nothing in your blog page. There's kind of weird code in the blog page, but it's nothing.
Yeah.
And also in your video page, I cannot see a video. Probably there is something wrong with the links. And also in photos page, I think the pictures probably they are not related to the same to what you are trying to express. So.
I think at this point we're just focusing on the IRP project, so that's more of his personal website. We're kind of just focused on the project right now.
Logan, I was a little curious on what the argument you were trying to make was. Like
I mean, basically what I'm saying is that the future of marketing is moving towards less traditional marketing and towards sort of like coding and understanding. I don't know. I'm going to do a really bad job of describing it just like off the top of my head. But basically what I'm saying is that it's moving away from all of these big agencies, with huge budgets, using traditional outlets and media platforms to market brands, and a lot of it is moving, especially with like online companies like Uber or.
We can hear you again.
Also, I was a little. Logan, can you hear us?
Logan, we can't hear you. It's really lag.
Or PayPal or Dropbox, etc.
Logan?
Yeah. That's really I don't know why it's not working.
Now it's working.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a question about your audience. So I saw you said like hiring managers, and I was confused on what HR. Because are you talking about human resource people?
Sorry. So which? What's wrong with my?
Thanks, bro.
Can you guys?
Um,
Yeah, I don't know why it's not working.
yeah, now it's working again.
You're just cutting out really bad. Here's why.
I think it's cutting out really bad.
It's working now.
It's probably my Wi-Fi. It's the university Wi-Fi in New Zealand here, so I don't. Can you guys?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Did you hear what I said about HR?
Who are you referring to? I don't know, like where HR, like which post.
Okay, so I found that in your it was actually not an actual blog. It was in the outline assignment. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
So I just was going through that. I was confused if you meant human resource or.
Here, let me pull that up. I didn't know we were looking at that. Yeah, I mean, where in the outline is there HR?
I think the audience section. I was having trouble with the link that was on the discussion board, so I was looking through your
Looking at the outline.
first. Yeah.
For people, I mean, I'm thinking about like who this project is directed at, like human resource people that would managers,
Oh, okay. Okay.
companies, and yeah. So I'm gonna keep going on. I don't know if you guys can say something, and I'll like pause. But just to give like a really short answer, it's like basically talking about how a lot of marketing is becoming consolidated. It's moved traditional big budget agent more of a methodology, and a lot of it is based on what's called growth hacking. And you can read more about that in the second post. And I'm not going to explain the whole. It's kind of complicated. That's the gist. It's moving towards this new model, and I tried to research that.
Alright. It's cutting out just a little. I'm gonna talk a little bit about. There's Dominic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just I'm just gonna go through like what my target audience was and like what I was trying to like argue when I was creating it. When I made it, I kind of had the idea of Adidas taking over a Nike kind of company, and like how a smaller sportswear manufacturer can build like their customer base and take over more of a market share. And since in America, like Nike has such a tie strength, which like Americans feel so like adamant about Nike, and like that's like their image of America kind of. So what I wanted to do was argue that relationship marketing is a better way to market in a sportswear manufacturing industry, and that you can create long-term value and possibly overtake somebody like Nike. I didn't specifically say Nike because I didn't want to make it brand specific, but my target audience was the marketing department in a sportswear manufacturing industry, and my purpose was to prove that relationship marketing is better than traditional marketing, that you can create customer retention and brand loyalty. Yeah, that was basically my whole idea behind this project. So if you guys see anything about the website, just let me know.
Here, I'll start.
Probably more about information in that than like visual. I think the website looks good. I don't really know how the argument is though.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna start with that. Your website is actually it looks really cool with the background and stuff. I really liked it. Yeah. I mean, all I really wrote down was stuff about so basically what you're saying is like building relationships with customers to create return, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a win-win for the customer and company. because you're like both receiving it's like a beneficial relationship because you have like repeat customers, but they're also getting like deals or rewards for their loyalty.
Okay, yeah. So I talked about it a little bit.
So you're establishing like a personal relationship with them, like they feel like they're getting a superior value to anywhere else they get.
So in some ways, kind of like how when you go to like a sandwich place and you do like a stamp card, right? Like you want to go back.
Like even like, do you ever have these like really small restaurants that you like that you used to love to go to? Like I know yours is about small restaurants. Like
Yeah.
it almost feels like an at-home place. Like that's like your favorite place to go over to any other like big name place like Subway. Like if it's like a sandwich shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that's kind of like what I want to create, but like in like a big scheme. Like customers feel like they're getting like the best value they can get at the company if they're using relationship marketing.
Yeah.
Reminds me.
I think your top. Go ahead, Josh.
Oh no, I was just saying that kind of reminds me of a documentary of Steve Jobs about Apple. Kind of he wanted to create like a really like a place for like a way for customers to comfortably like communicate with like the iPhone, like using all that, kind of like creating it. So it's cool. That's all I want to say.
Thank you.
Yeah. I just talking more about your topic and your idea because I know I talked a lot about your website earlier. I think yours actually, the relationship marketing idea actually, believe it or not, kind of relates to mine a little bit in terms of customer retention and that you get more value creating long-term relationships with customers as opposed to just trying to have quantity over quality and just get as many people and make drive as many sales as you can.
Yeah.
In the long run, it's more beneficial that you have quality retention of the customers that you already have. That's actually something that plays into this notion of growth hacking that I was trying to tell you guys about earlier. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a really solid idea, and I think in order to do this effectively and to for the purpose of this project, show hiring managers and your target audience that you know what you're talking about, you have to pick a topic that's really like topical. And I think I've read a lot of articles because I'm a marketing student. On relationship. Yeah. I'm assuming, I know that relationship marketing is really relevant and recent. So yeah, I mean, I can't really critique like the actual research you did. I'm sure it's far greater than what my knowledge is off of like one Fast Company article I read. But I think the relevant. That's all I would know.
Can you repeat this part? Can you repeat that last part? You cut out. Logan?
Logan? I think he probably dropped the line.
Again, once. Can you? Yeah, sorry, I don't know what to do. It's the Wi-Fi.
You cut in at the perfect time.
Oh, I did? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're getting a little stronger.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, man. I hope you heard what I was saying earlier, but just to like finalize, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, if you guys are going to be able to hear everything I say, but yeah, it looks like based off of like the four, I'm assuming it's Greek or Latin-based Latin-based terms that you picked up on that relate to pathos. I think that's like really so I think you did a really good job of kind of using pathos other than that, and that builds on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got most of that, right, Tom?
Yeah, I got the gist of what he was saying. There was a couple words I cut out, but I got it.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, the only other thing I could think of to say about yours is that Logan related it to his. I could also obviously relate it to mine because you
Really, project I think is really.
returning customers to a restaurant is obviously important. So
Yeah.
that type of marketing strategy would definitely be a good one for somebody opening up a new restaurant, especially a startup, because you'll want the customers. I mean, you know all about it, so I probably will actually include that in my. I could probably do another blog post and include something about marketing strategies, and I'll include something like that because it's definitely something that would be important if you want people to be coming back rather than just eating there once and not really.
Yeah, there's a crazy statistic about it. It was like a 5% increase in customer retention is a 125% increase in profit. So it's definitely something to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the research I did on mine talks about how it's much more valuable to focus on customers you already have than focusing on customers that you potentially have. So I agree with that.
Yeah, I read the same thing.
Cool.
Cool.
Having to talk about any of the other aspects of anybody's project, I'm fine.
Kind of like I said earlier, just if you guys can incorporate more artistic visuals into your project or into your blogs, that'd be like really nice. Because I know, like, personally, I don't like looking at a ton of text. I like looking at visuals. I'm a visual person, so I don't know. Maybe it's just something to think about. I don't know how vital it is to a good blog post, but definitely incorporate like videos.
Yeah, I mean,
what was that?
I definitely do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. Cool.
Other than that, I really liked all the blog posts. Like they all looked very professional.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think everyone looks good. All in all, I think it was a good job. So good work, guys.
Cool.
So, I'm finished?
Yes. Wait, so do we all send this in separately, or?
I don't think so. I'll just stop the broadcast and try to see if I can find a link, and I will post it to the discussion
Okay.
forum. Logan, how did you do it last time? Logan, can you hear me? No.
All right. Well, I think we just end it. We can just email each other to figure it out.
Okay. Cool.
Logan, how did you do it last time?
Just the link. Just hit stop.
And the link will be jump out, right?
What?
The link will jump
you
out,
can't hear
right?
me.
He said,
You
"Hey,
can't hear me.
he said to stop it. You just click the stop." But I think he's wondering how to actually post it to the discussion.
Okay. Whatever. I'll just stop.
Just hit stop recording.
Yeah.
And then